Okay, let's assume that we are satisfied with the result from grow from seed. So let's say that we are happy with what we get over here, which is clearly much better in terms of the leaflets of the Aorta. So once we are happy, we can simply click on apply. Remove the double range first, make sure, and we can click on apply. And this will give us the corresponding result. As you see here, it will be slightly smooth because by default it applies some smoothing. Very well. And so the key thing now is just to make sure that we don't have very tiny vessels. So for example, you might want to remove such things from the aorta, also this one. And when you remove something, you don't need actually to completely eliminate everything. You just need to cut the connection. And then with the islands, you can select to keep the island and this will remove them. So make sure that you only cut the connections, and like that you see that we preserve the smoothness. And if one continues like this, you can get a nice result or a result the way that you want it. So this was the second attempt, and as you all know, recently there have been many AI developments, and of course, it can be a powerful tool for automatic segmentation. So Slicer 3D also has some extensions, some AI extensions, and to install those, you can go to the extensions manager, and this will load all the possible extensions of Slicer 3D. And then from here, you can install Total Segmentator, which is the one that we're going to explore in our case. So upon installation, you see that a restart is required, so you can hit on restart. Always make sure, by the way, okay, here I didn't do it, but if you need to do so, please don't forget to save the corresponding. Let's do it actually. So let's just make sure to save the corresponding files. This file is a screenshot, so you don't need it. This one, you also don't really need it. It's a volume property. And this is the corresponding segmentation that maybe you would like to save. So let's save it somewhere. You can save it on the download maybe. And then we can just restart. We can restore Slicer 3D. Okay, and to make sure that you do have the total segmentator installed, you can go to segmentation and you see here total segmentator. So it's installed. So let's load once again the Aorta scan. And now we can go to the corresponding total segmentator. And here are the different supported segmentations. Just for us, let's just hit the total one. It's the first one, but there are many, many more. And let's hit apply. And so in this case, before that, if it's the first installation, it will ask you to install some software, and you should click yes on the Python packages. And it will take some time to install those. And upon installation, then it will appear this one. And for the sake of the video, we're going to click on the fast one, but the full resolution would be recommended. So we hit on the fast one and then we wait. The difference between those two is the resolution. By default, these AI tools are created for a given resolution, and the fast one, I believe, is about 3 millimeters or maybe a bit more. And then there is the other type of resolution, which takes longer. And here it is. So to see the segmentations, we can click on the segment editor. We can do show 3D. And this is what we actually get. And that is the first segmentation attempt from Segmentation 3D from Total Segmentator. So let's find the corresponding aorta. It's here. And if we show only the aorta, you see that it's very crude, but it can give you an initial shape, and it can also help you to understand where are the different organs and vessels located. Now, if you use not the fast mode, but the regular mode, it will be slightly better, but definitely not as good as what it is by segmenting it by hand, as we showed earlier. But at least it can give you an initial shape that you can work on from there. And so let's load the previous segmentation that we had. And the previous segmentation is inside here. So, like before, let's remove all the visibility of those ones, and let's keep this one only. So let's assume that this is our final model. Let's say for the sake of the tutorial. So once we have a final model, we can click here and we can actually export it, and we can export an STL. We can select where, so and then select downloads as always, and here we want only the visible segments, and the rest we can keep them as it is. And this is the STL file.